Market Watch Wednesday, making money while we sleep, riding the roller coaster together, stacking stocks and coins each week. Market Watch Wednesday, making money while we sleep, riding the roller coaster together, stacking stocks and coins each week. Ba 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 da ba ba da ba da da. Ba 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 da ba. Watch it, watch. Ba 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 da ba ba da ba da da. Ba 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 da ba. Watch it, watch Wednesday, making money while we sleep, riding the roller coaster together, stacking stocks and coins each week. Market Watch Wednesday, making money while we sleep, riding the roller coaster together, stacking stocks and coins each week. Ba 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 da ba da da ba da da. Ba 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 da ba ba da da. Ba 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 da ba ba da ba da da. Ba 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 da ba 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 ba.
Hello, tubers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Coopersthaiadventure Market Watch Wednesday with myself, Cooper, and my good friend and trusty sidekick, Mr. Brooks Snyder.
Brock Snitters, let's get those stories straight here.
Now, we had a crazy week last week. Oh, damn, I forgot to turn on the light. Brooks, start it off while I get the light going. Everybody's going to get the reflection in my glasses.
Crazy week. Well,
Studio light.
here I am. I'll tell you what we didn't get was snow.
Yeah.
Poor buggers in the west, like Ontario, where I'm from, and the northern states. Actually, a lot of the states got hammered. And our buddy Scotty in Pennsylvania, I'm sure, was digging out feet of snow. Are you ready now?
I'm ready.
Okay, pitter patter.
Let's get the show on the road.
All right, give her.
So a lot of crazy things happened in the market last week. Bitcoin was riding in the 90s, hitting 94, beginning of last week, and then it went all the way down to 86, and then just this morning spiked up from 86 to 89. What's happening, Mr. Brock
They're
Snitter?
playing games. I don't expect a lot of strength in Bitcoin or a lot of weakness for that matter. I think it's just going to tread water. Now, some people are calling for a dip down to the mid to upper 70s. I don't know, possibly, but am I buying right now Bitcoin at that prices? No. And what am I doing? I'm starting to stack dry powder.
Right.
Because I think, well, not only with Bitcoin is there games being played, but I think there might be a bit of a bubble going on in certain, segments of the market.
Right.
What are those, you ask?
Yeah, go.
I think this AI could be a bit of a bubble. Not on all the companies.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Go on.
The majority are going to be okay, in my opinion, but there is some out there that, oh, geez, I'm a little leery about. And why is that? What is it? OpenAI. I mean, they keep going to the market for more and more and more billions, and they ain't making any money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that only goes so long before people say, well, what the hell am I investing in this for? So, and that's such a big you know, one, like the debt is tremendous. If something
Oh,
happened
yeah.
to it, it would have a snowball effect, is my point.
Mm.
So why am I stacking dry powder? Because if that happens, guys, trust me, the good goes down with the bad. You know what I mean? And you want to be able to jump into that, and, you know, buy up some deals. Like some people call it a gray swan, black swan event. Yeah, you'll know it when it happens because, you know, it's a rush to the exits, let's say.
Rush to sell, yeah.
Yeah. Now, as far as Bitcoin, yeah, it would be affected in one of those events. I don't think it's, yeah, maybe that's when it goes to the mid 70s, high 70s. I don't think it go any lower than that. But then yeah, it might be a buying opportunity.
Buying opportunity.
Yeah.
So
Now,
you think it's going to go down before we hit a new all-time high?
well, put it this way, I think it's going to tread water. It's been treading water for a damn year now. You know what I mean?
Well,
Now,
it's actually down, what, 15% on the year so far? In the last 12 months?
if you go from the all-time high, yeah, we're down. But I still think back, listen, when we started talking about this was back when it was 25,000 a coin.
Yeah.
And we looked into it, we did our research, due diligence. Hey guys, we think I'm buying. You know, you were buying, and yeah, maybe it's a good buy. Well, it sure as shit was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not selling. No. It's definitely going to be the long-term asset, the winner. But yeah, we'll see. If it's a major dip, yeah, I probably will pick up a little more. It's like strategy. I think strategy's terribly undervalued.
Exceptionally undervalued.
Yeah. Now, and I know the last couple of streams, shit, maybe I should pick a little bit up, 10 shares, whatever. And I'm thinking about it, but didn't pull the trigger yet. And then now I'm kind of thinking, well, shit, it could go lower on this, a bubble burst, let's say. Then it would be the time to buy. So I'm just kind of going to tread water. But this leads me to my next point, which is, so why am I not too concerned? Well, when people ask me, and they do it quite often, hey, Brooke, what do you think of the markets? And I look them right in the eye and say, hey, I'm getting paid to wait. You know what I mean? So with these options that you sell, guys, you kind of get paid to wait in these markets where it's treading water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the point of that story is this: if you haven't already, do your research into options. It's, believe it or not, a safer way to invest in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
I was talking about covered calls here. And, there's great YouTube videos on introduction to options and how you use them. You're not becoming a day trader with options. Most of the options I place are anywhere from a minimum of 2 weeks, typically 3 to 4 weeks out. So, you're doing maybe one a month, on a segment of your portfolio. So, but it will enhance your income. It's basically how I've been able to live, Coop, for the last, years since Asia, without touching my principal. In other words, I'm able to grow my portfolio and still have a living from the option premium income.
That's a good way of doing it.
Well, yeah, and I don't get dividends. Well, you did when you had Misty and Alti, but I exited those at a loss.
I still got mine. I'm not
I know
selling
you're
at a
hanging
loss.
in there, like, God bless you. But anyways, yeah, so that's enough of that. I'll shut up now.
Okay. Right. One thing I want to say is our channel, Coopersthaiadventure, is a lot about Thailand, but on Wednesdays we talk about stock markets and crypto because we like to make extra money with our savings to help boost our retirement. Now, of course, none of this is financial advice. We always have the banner down the bottom, and we always recommend do your own research. Okay, these are two guys talking about what we think is going to be happening in the market, and it's what we're doing. We are not recommending you follow us and what we're doing. Do your own thing, do your own research. The market is a very risky thing. Sometimes it can go crazy up and sometimes it can go crazy down. We happen to believe in Bitcoin. We think it's the money of the future, and it's a currency as far as I am
A
concerned.
digital gold, I call it.
Digital gold.
And gold's rocketing. Why the hell isn't Bitcoin rocketing?
Exactly. So gold and silver and rare earths metals all rocketed. Why didn't Bitcoin? Well, because it's what people do when the dollar is weakening. And the dollar is weakening as we speak. It's been weakening for several months now, going down in value. Hence why here in Thailand, you're not getting so much for your Thai baht anymore. We were getting 36, 35, 37, around those ballparks. Now it's less than 31. And there is some bad news on the horizon. The bad news on the horizon right now is that the Fed has reached out to Japan to try and figure out a way to rescue the Japanese yen.
Why would that be bad news?
Well, it's happened before. This isn't the first time. The last time this happened, crypto as a whole, and I'm including the altcoins, fell 40%. That was the initial reaction. What happened afterwards? Bitcoin jumped 1,000%.
Yeah.
The initial shock was, oh, the dollar's crashing, because the dollar devalued by 50% because they were printing dollars and then using that money to buy Japanese yen to boost their economy, to boost their currency value. Well, they're looking at doing it again. If the Fed does do this, Bitcoin's going to run like a son of a gun. It's going to drop initially. Good time to be sitting on dry powder. Like Brooke says, I'm sitting on some dry powder right now. Got some really good financial news this morning. I got a nice rebate check from my stock portfolio. So I was very, very happy with that. So I'm sitting on some dry powder as well. And if it does drop 40%, Bitcoin, well, you're talking about it being in the 60,000 range. I don't think it'll go that low because I think Michael Saylor will whip in and buy another $3 billion worth of it pretty quick. And the up would be fantastic. It really would. So when the dollar devalues, it makes Bitcoin stronger and crypto stronger as a whole. And I've said for like almost a year on this channel, I'm not seeing the 4-year cycle anymore. It's diverged. It's no longer in play. Why? In October, before October 10th, when there was that computer glitch and everybody sold out of crypto real quick, and it went from 126 down to below 100 very fast. There was no alt season. Now, every 4-year cycle in history, going back 17 years, every 4-year cycle, whenever Bitcoin's had its run and it's hit its all-time high and it starts going down, we get into alt season. And all the alt spikes, some of them thousands of percent. People have made millions of dollars on the alts playing it right. It hasn't happened. In the last year with Bitcoin, supposed to be a bull run, it was a nothing burger. It went from 80,000 to 126,000 back to 80,000. Well, to me, that's not a bull run at all. Would you call it a bull run?
No.
No, because there was no blow off top. Bitcoin didn't jump 300% to 1,000% like it has in the past. It basically went up 30%, came back down 30%.
Mm.
Where was the bull run? There wasn't one. Where was the alt season after Bitcoin crashed from 126 down to 80? There wasn't
There
one.
ain't no all season. There won't be.
So
Like,
what I'm
get the
seeing
hell out of
is
that shit.
the 4-year cycle's officially dead. Because if we were in a bear market, Bitcoin would be below 70,000 right now.
Mm.
It really would. Because in bear markets, when after Bitcoin's hit its all-time high, it drops 60%. We haven't seen that 60% drop. So if the bull market was short and sort of almost non-existent of it going only to 126,000, then the bear market is going to be the same, in my opinion, if indeed we are in a bear market.
Mm.
So if you listen to the likes of Tommy Lee, Kathy Wood, Michael Saylor, British Hodl, and several other famous people, Invest Answers, they all think this bear market that we're in right now, because they're calling it a bear market, we're not at new all-time highs, is going to be very short-lived. Because the bull run was short-lived.
We've been treading water for a year.
Exactly.
That's not short-lived.
That's a whole year.
Now, look, you're talking Bitcoin,
Mhm.
and probably because you're basically 100% into it.
Yeah.
Unlike yours truly here.
There we go.
I like AI and I like Bitcoin, and I've got my Bitcoin play through strategy, but my AI plays through Tesla. Now they're not a flash in the pan. They're going to be around. They're going to be the winner, in my opinion. So my point of that is, guys, listen. Sure, we've been pushing Bitcoin, but you want to be diversified in like the market's good.
Oh yeah,
the stock market is booming.
Yeah,
all-time highs. Typically, not every week, but quite often. And where's the future? Well, believe it or not, it's up and to the right. Why I say that? The governments on this planet are printing paper, money, worthless money, really, hand over fist, and that has to go somewhere. And people realizing, I don't want to hold paper money. It's depreciating in value, buying power daily. So they put it into what's called hard assets. Could be stocks, bonds, real estate. And that's going to cause everything that is getting invested in to go up. Now, there can be short-term pain along the way, as I started earlier off with, like, say, bubbles. Silver, gold, all-time highs. Maybe a little bit of a bubble. Maybe time to take a little bit off the table on those two, guys. I'm not saying get out of them. They could run a little more too. But why not shave 10 or 20% off, take your profits, and sit on the rest and just see if you're so inclined. But there's things that are peaking at all-time highs and other things that are not. And that's the ones I tend to gravitate to. I wouldn't be buying silver or gold right now, to be honest with you. But so long term, the markets will be good. It's good to be diversified. Again, you said it, do your research. Any investment you're looking at, like if someone said, hey, go up on that bridge and jump off, and you'll get a 10 out of 10 on your dive performance. You wouldn't do that necessarily. So even though we're saying, hey, I like Tesla, I'm not telling you guys to buy it. Do your research, make your own decisions. So anyways, that's it. There's certain segments of the stock, but I tend to, you don't want to have all your eggs in one basket. You want to be diversified. Now, sure, I maybe only go 2 segments, but Tesla to me is big enough that they're not just cars. They're going to be robots, robo-taxis, battery storage. They've got a lot of irons in the fire to generate income. Okay, I can live with that. So anyways, that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, and why MicroStrategy is one of my favorites. Let's go back to November 24, just before the election.
Let's.
Okay. Bitcoin was at 80,000. MicroStrategy was at $500 a share. Okay.
Yep.
Bitcoin is
Good
still
times.
at 80,000, 89,000 as we speak. Is that the live price there, Dad?
89.3.
89.3. Okay, so still in the 80,000s. MicroStrategy is at $161 a share.
Yeah.
As of
A
March
third
close.
of what it was.
Why? Well, there was a billionaire out there, and he shorted MicroStrategy like there was no tomorrow to forcefully drive the price down. He got out. He says, okay, I've shorted it as much as I can. Now, you know, we got a risk of losing some money. Let's get out while we made all our money. So MicroStrategy is 3 times oversold, in my opinion. And when Bitcoin does run, if it does run this year, if we get the Clarity Act, now that's supposed to be voted on tomorrow. It was supposed to be earlier this week. They got snowed out and delayed it and said, we'll do it on Thursday. So that's the latest update on the Clarity Act. A lot of people think it's going to happen. I hope it's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm not.
Pollin Market's only got it at a 51% chance that it's going to happen right now.
Yeah, they're
Down from its 80% chance last month.
They need to iron out some of the bugs, but
Yeah.
listen, the good news is they're working on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a matter of when, not if.
Yeah. And that guy that's really big in the market, they call him Mr. Wonderful. You know the gentleman I'm talking about?
Kevin O'Leary.
Kevin O'Leary. He was at Davos, and he said that there is tens of trillions of dollars waiting to come into crypto when the Clarity Act passes.
Well, yeah.
And he went out and bought a ton load of Bitcoin and Ethereum, betting on both of those to be the fastest horses in the race.
Yeah. Like, so right now, you know, they're wiping out the longs, leverage longs, wiping out the leverage shorts.
Yeah.
I'm talking the market makers. Who's wiping them out, bro? Who is doing that? Well, Wintermute and Binance are the 2 main culprits, but and it's not illegal what they're doing because there's no exactly yet because there's no regulation.
Yeah.
Now you look at gold and silver, way back, and I think we're back in the 70s. The Hunt brothers tried to corner the silver market, damn near did.
Yes.
And they drove the price from under $10 an ounce to over 50 because there was no regulation of the market. So they were able to do paper trades. Okay, we're offering to buy this much silver, or we're selling this much on the market to, you know, lower the price to buy. And, you know, anyways, they were playing games is what it is. Well, that's what's happening now with Bitcoin, in my opinion.
Yeah.
On the unregulated markets. So we need this regulation. And your point, the reason this diatribe I've given here is because your point's absolutely correct about the tens of millions waiting on the sidelines.
Trillions.
They won't invest until there is regulation.
Yes.
They can't. It's illegal for these.
Well, Kevin was saying he's spoken to a lot of his friends are big bankers. Well, he does business in New York. So yes, a lot of his friends are going to be the big bankers. And they've got money sitting on the sidelines waiting for this regulation to come in.
Yep. And it will, which is the good news. And so the future is bright. Now, if you're not into any Bitcoin, and we're both heavy into it, if you're not into any, then I would actually start right now. I think it's a buy. But, you know, you start off with a small position, like a 5 or 10% of what you hope to end up with. And you dollar cost average in on a drop. You know what I mean? And the bigger the drop, yeah, to me, the more you'd want a dollar cost average in. So that's where we sit, at least, you know, where I would sit, you know, if I was new with it. But
and you and I are big into MicroStrategy.
Yeah, which is
Both
Bitcoin.
Well, to me, that is the biggest coiled spring waiting to pop.
I agree.
It's
I
more.
mean,
It's bigger
Bitcoin-
than Bitcoin or Ethereum.
Well, Bitcoin will drive the price of strategy, as well as strategy right now. To me, Coop, is you're buying Bitcoin. When you buy strategy now, you're buying Bitcoin at a discount,
yes,
cheaper than even 89, because strategy is trading at a discount to
the premium.
what's on the books, so to
Yeah.
speak. And so, okay, but hey, it can trade at a discount for quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so what to do? How do you, look into the options, guys. Go back and do your research and
Yeah. So let us know in the comments below what you think is going to happen this year in the crypto market, and we'll read them out live on the stream. So
Sure.
without further ado, let's get the party started. See who we got online.
Pitter patter, let's get at her. Scott Merites. Scotty's digging out the snow in Pennsylvania. Hello all, let's talk stocks. Okay.
And talking of snow briefly, folks, in a lot of areas in the U.S. earlier this week, they had over 1.5 feet of snow in one day.
Even more up in Canada, I think.
Yeah.
Vegas Chris, lost wages. Greetings, CBD and gang. Hope everyone is having a great week so far.
And we
Yeah,
are. Thank you,
Wednesday.
Vegas Chris.
Yep.
We had an excellent meet and greet last night. A lot of new people came. Fantastic. And several more Canucks to
There
the
was.
party.
Yeah. Several more Canucks. Nomad Jack and the lovely Pinky. Good morning, CBD and all. Hoping for a strong crypto week. Was a great meet and greet last night. Yeah, it was fun.
It was. We had a lot of fun. A lot of new people. A lot of old people turned up too. So it's really good.
Captain Action says thumbs up.
Yes, please. Pound it. It's free.
Channel member Roger Walker. Good morning, good evening, Coop, Brooke, and everyone. Thumbs up. Make Darlena smile.
Yep. And a special thank you to all the channel members that have the badge next to their name, helping to support the channel for only $2 a month. It is highly appreciated. And also, for those that have bought us coffees, thank you so much for buying us coffees. Whenever we get one, we give a shout out live on air to thank you.
Thank you. Yes, I had a coffee on you boys Monday.
Yes, you did.
We did. Thank you. Robert Pierpont goes on to say, oh, here we go. Brooke, you will be happy to know I sold 10 of my silver calls yesterday at 4K each. Okay. He's obviously had 25 of them because he let 15 of them ride.
Okay.
And he collected 19,125 was his cost base, probably on all of them. And he secured 40,000. Yeah, $4,000 each on the 10. That's the 40 sold. So I doubled my money, and he still has the 15. So what he did, he took his money
Playing
off
with
the
house
table.
money now.
Yeah, he doubled what he invested, and he's playing with house money totally on the other 15. And he's thinking it's going to keep running. So God bless.
Well,
him.
silver did hit a new all-time high of $117. And then crashed 14% and went down to $103. But it's looking at the live market right now, it's going back up, and it's at 113 now.
Yep. Like calls, these are options, Robertson, call options. They're like a leverage play on the price of silver. Could have gone the other way if he hadn't guessed right, but he obviously did his research and said, hey, I think silver is going to run, because he's been in it a while. I remember he was talking about it over a month and a half, 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So he's done extremely well on that. And maybe it's life-changing money for him. Who knows? But what you can make on that, Robert, you could buy a nice condo over here if you feel inclined.
Yeah.
No, invest it. Now, I would take some of that money and put it into the market.
Yeah.
On something that's low. Okay, that's good.
Well done, Robert.
Las Vegas, lost wages. Chris says, as for crypto, in my opinion, and only my opinion, I still say that this Bitcoin cycle has been no different than any other cycle.
Okay.
October 10th started the bear, and that usually lasts 14 months on average. Yeah, October 10th, I think that was a lot of people got wiped out that were leveraged. So
it was because of that computer glitch.
Yeah.
They're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, that's bad.
And it scared a lot of people, and they jumped out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wiped out a lot too.
But if let's just say hypothetically, you're right, Chris, and I'm not saying for a moment you or I are right. We both are guessing our best guess based on the information we have out there. That's all you can do. Is if we are in a bear market and it's going to last 14 months from October, which has been 3 months since October now, because we're almost in February. Well, then we got another 11 months to go. And if it's going to sit in the mid 80s to mid 90s for the next 11 months, I'm fine with that. I am absolutely fine with that.
I don't think it will. I think it'll run.
I think it's got another run left in it.
Oh, yeah.
This year.
4-year cycle, bear market, bull market. Look at when the Clarity Act passes and given enough time, the adoption is going to grow.
You're not going to see it straight away. I think it's going to take 3 to 6 months after it passes.
Yeah, for sure. But it'll grow. That's the key. And so I think we'll see up and to the right. I could see a doubling. Maybe
this year?
Tripling. Yeah.
Wow. I hope you're right.
Well, certain things have to happen.
I'll buy you a coffee too if you're right.
Yeah, well, look at gold. Dig a little deeper. They'll find more. Go mine it on the moon if you have to. They ain't making any more Bitcoin.
No.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
And that's the novelty there. CoinRam says,
CoinRam. Hello, everyone.
Hello, CoinRam, and welcome to the live stream.
Yeah, it's a new one. Wolf goes on to say, good morning, good evening.
Good morning to you, Wolf.
Wherever you are. Jeff Sigler, greetings, CBD, and everyone watching.
Hello, Jeff.
Biggest Chris, DCA'd out. Okay, so he's been trading a bit. 110, 105, 195, 90. I still think Bitcoin goes to 70 before 140. So he's probably looking to buy under 80. You know what I mean?
He's hoping for that big dip.
14 months puts us at December 26th, January 27th.
Yeah.
So
Christmas time.
He wants to be back in probably by those dates.
So you're looking at December 10th would be your 14-month mark from the October 10th all-time high.
Boy, we're getting exact now.
Well, everybody knows it was October 10th that Bitcoin hit 126,000.
Well, I'm not so much a trader, so,
And everybody said ETH was going to 5,000.
When strategy was 500, I didn't sell. And when it's 160, I ain't selling. So
no.
I'm more of a buy and hold type of guy because I do know, hey, it might take, I don't know where it's going to be in 3 months, 6 months. I can tell you where it's going to be in 3 or 6 years. Hell of a lot higher than here.
I believe that too. I definitely believe that.
So,
going on to strategy for a moment, they made a huge buy in in January of this year. They bought over $3 billion this month in Bitcoin. $3 billion. Well, that's not chump change. That's a lot of freaking money.
Yep.
And his top executives are buying shares right now in MicroStrategy.
They're cheap.
Why? They know something's happening.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Sailor's buying.
He's in the government's pocket. He's been to those meetings at the White House, several times, not just once, but I think 3, 4 times last year.
Yeah.
So I think he's in the know of things that are coming.
Well, you got a executive branch government that is pro crypto, pro Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So that alone itself is enough to spike your interest.
And everybody that's in the running for the SEC chair from Gensler, took over from Gensler, pro crypto.
Yeah,
they put in. Jerome Powell is leaving in 3 months' time. The 4 people in the running, all pro crypto.
Yeah,
all want to cut rates. So if the market's pricing in 2 rate cuts this year. Basically, they're pricing in one in April, another one in September. If POTUS gets his choice and gets the person in that he wants, that's going to play his dirty work for him, you could be looking at 4 or 5 rate cuts this year.
Yeah.
He wants it down to 1%. And
We'll
we're
see.
at currently 3.75%.
Something like that.
That would be
I think
some
there's
huge rate cuts, and they're not priced
Is there a
in
meeting today, or yeah, I think it's this week. Maybe it's today.
today or tomorrow.
Yeah, one of the two.
Yeah,
But they say it'll be a nothing burger.
yeah. And then we have also the possibility of a government shutdown on Friday.
Oh well, wouldn't that just be fantastic?
Yeah, because
Bunch of
they can't agree
bozos.
on it. They can't agree on
Why? Why
the
do we
budget.
need it? Why do we need a government when they, they shut down all the time? Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Crazy. Coin Ram, you both are inspirations to many of us to retire in the land of smiles.
Yeah.
There's no life like it. If you haven't been here, come on over. You'll see what we're talking about.
Yeah. I met, I don't know, maybe 20 new people last night. I think we had about 50 there.
Yeah.
Sort of
yeah,
mixed
easy.
regulars and new
Yeah.
people.
It always is that way.
And several people I spoke to last night said, Coop, I was planning on going somewhere else until I found your channel.
Mm.
And now I found your channel. I've come to Thailand.
Yeah.
One guy's been here 4 months and it was his first meet and greet. I said, what's held you up? He says, I'm too busy enjoying myself.
Yeah. Having a
He
ball.
says, I keep saying I'm coming to one of your meet and greets. He said, but you're the reason I'm here. I was looking at going somewhere else to retire in my old age.
Well, there is a lot of options out there, but yeah. When you get here and you see the value for the money, the weather, the friendliness of the people, like, believe me, virtually no crime. I don't go out when it's dark, but nothing good happens after midnight. But no, all in all, when you add it all up, you can't really, I have never found, and I've been to a lot of countries. You've been to a lot of countries.
Yes.
Thailand, checks all the boxes, let's say. And everyone that we meet that's here, at the meet and greets, for example, big smiles.
Oh, yeah.
Big smiles. Happy as clam. No drama, no upset. Everyone's happy to be here. They realize what we do it's definitely the land of smiles.
Oh, heck yeah. And so welcome, Coin Ram.
Yep. Biggest Chris, I know the Clarity Act and banks and blah, 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 but the excuse will be a black swan event, correct? China invades Taiwan, Russia fires off a nuke, blah, blah, blah. Always something. Yeah, there's always something going on.
Yeah, they're very close to America attacking Iran right now.
Okay.
Over the amount of people that are being killed, assassinated by the government for protesting. So that could be the next black swan event. You're absolutely right, Chris.
Yeah.
When it happened last time, Iran and Israel, Bitcoin, crypto, the whole went down and dropped quick.
Yeah, when there's upset like that, any of those events mentioned, for example, would be, they'd cause upset in the markets.
Yes.
Big time.
All we got to do is just hope and pray there's no black swan events this year.
Well, even if there is, just be prepared.
Good buying opportunity if you're sitting on dry powder.
Like when those happen, and they happen regularly. And that's when Buffett, for example, steps up. And the bigger the crisis, the more he'll step up. Christ, I think he lent the government money or the banks way back in that financial crisis.
Yeah.
But trust me, he got well paid for that. But that's when he does a lot of his buying. He'll buy companies, for example, because he's got a hoard of cash, which, anyways. But yeah, so black swan events, guys, are actually opportunities, big time, to enter into good stocks. Because again, the good goes down with the bad. In a black swan event, it seems like everybody's selling. But like, why would you? Well, maybe they're leveraged and they have to. Who knows?
Yeah.
But guys like you and me, we're not leveraged, so we don't have to sell.
No.
You see what I mean? And if we have dry powder, then you're buying. Yeah,
exactly.
The trend is your friend, says Canada Goose. The trend now is silver. Yeah, okay, we'll see. See how long it continues. But he's right. He's got a good point.
Well, the longer it continues with gold and silver, the longer it's going to continue when Bitcoin does. Because whenever gold makes its run. As soon as it hits its peak and it starts coming down off its peak because it's oversold, overbought, sorry, then Bitcoin has its run straight after.
Well, yeah, it'll be a rotation.
There always is.
Like right now, people in gold and silver, you know, the whatever, they're saying, well, why isn't Bitcoin running with gold and silver if it's a digital gold?
Yeah.
Well, that's just the way it is. You'll see the same thing and the same expression comments when Bitcoin runs and gold and silver are staying static.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why the hell isn't gold running? Bitcoin's running like a son of a gun. It's just the way it is.
Yes. Because the rich rotate.
Yeah,
they rotate in the one that's moving up. As soon as they think it's at its peak, they sell, and they rotate into the next one and make that one run, and then they sell out of that and rotate in the next one. That's how they do it, and they've been doing it for ever since the stock market was incepted.
Yeah,
that's the game they play.
Biggest Chris, I will start DCing back in at 80, 78. Okay, there he's got his plan. He was the one that was exiting his Bitcoin.
Yeah.
He likes to trade. Okay, well, good plan.
Yeah.
He'll back the truck up. If it gets to 68, I'm buying big time. I will steal Brooke's keys and back his truck up too. Thank you, Chris.
I like the way you think.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to get below 80 this year.
Yeah, I'm too nervous trading like that because you got to kind of want or decide. I can pick the tops. I can pick the bottoms. Not so much picking the top or bottom. He's DCAing in and out. So he's averaging out and he's averaging in. So he's got a plan. That's really better than picking the tops and bottoms. But
yeah,
good on you, Vegas. Robert Pierpont, Vegas Chris, Brooke has no truck. You will have to back his scooter up. Correctamundo. Yes. Wolf says, yeah, north of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, just had under 2 feet of snow, which is unusual for us here. A lot of places got hammered with
real
unusual amounts of snow.
It got so hammered in Washington, they actually closed Congress.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because it was too dangerous for them to go.
Airport disruptions, flight disruptions. Yeah. Biggest Chris, Robert Pierpont, easier to steal. Just hope he has it loaded with dry powder. Yeah, well, that's slow and steady. Biggest Chris, see, Brooke has dry powder. Yep.
So do I. We're both sitting on dry powder right now.
Wish I had more.
Yeah, always wish we had more.
Robert Pierpont, I have dry powder on hand and I'm scalping silver calls with it. Yeah, he's got a lot of dry powder. Robert does. Pretty easy to make 150 per contract in a few minutes to a few hours. He's also holding 75 strike long calls on silver too. Well done. So he's pretty heavy into the options.
Yeah.
Ronald Riker, good morning, CBD and tubers from a chilly 39-degree Fahrenheit in Florida Beach. Wozer, that's damn cold.
In Florida, hell yeah.
Yeah, you need the heat on in the damn home. With that temperature is going to hit 32 degrees in the morning. Oh boy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's they're in a cold spell down there.
Yeah, he's at 32 and we're at 85. 86,
you know, they grow a lot of strawberries down there, and Jesus, weather like that, they've got to spray the strawberries, you know, because actually if it freezes on them, it'll save them.
Yeah.
But
I think they got a lot of them in greenhouses down there, don't they?
I don't know. Could be. I haven't seen greenhouses too much, but fields, definitely. Biggest Chris, Robert, yes, that is a great thing to do. Just like Brooke was just saying, there is something to make while we wait for the next bull, getting paid to wait.
Exactly. Yeah. You're going to teach me how to do options, right?
Yeah, we'll do that.
So I can make some extra.
Robert Pierpont, Brooke day trading options is way better than day trading shares. A smaller move equals more percent win or loss. So, you know, you got to be careful. Just spend the money and buy long dated calls, not short dated, and get out when you're up 10%. Yeah, long dated calls, leaps, that's another game in itself, you might say. But I'd strictly do covered calls. So meaning I own the shares, I'll set a strike price at a higher limit than it currently is at, so many days out, and, you know, collect a premium, which I keep regardless, and we'll see what happens to the share price. Yeah. So Terry Fallon, there he is. Ronald Reichert, those are crazy temperatures for Daytona Beach.
They are.
Wow. Crazy is right. Now, Terry's up in Bancroft, so when it's 39 degrees down there, it might be minus 39 Celsius where Terry is.
Well, Daytona this time of year is normally about 60 to 70 degrees.
It should be.
Yeah, it should be that sort of temperature coming up to the end of
Well,
January.
and you're at the end of January, you get into February and it starts warming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could easily be over that.
Mm,
But yeah, 39 is, my God.
that's cold for this time of year.
Robert Pierpont, when it comes to day trading shares or options, remember this: piggies get fed, hogs get slaughtered. Correctamundo.
Yeah.
Don't be greedy.
Yeah. Don't go too far out and don't put your strike price too small.
And Terry goes on to say, hello, Coop and Brock Snitters. Can't stay for the whole live stream. Got to walk the dog, but wanted to wish you the best. Hello, Darlene, and to all the good people on the chat. He's probably not walking the dog so much as getting out and getting the snowblower running.
Oh, yeah. He's got to clear that door.
Oh,
If
shit.
not,
Yeah.
he ain't going to the market tomorrow morning.
No,
He'll
no,
be
and
stuck inside.
That's his third time today having to blow the snow.
Mm.
Terry goes on to say, see you on Saturday's live. Might come onto the panel.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I
We'll
won't
post
be
the
here,
link.
but you will.
Yeah, I do the Saturday live by myself, and come one, come all.
Bingo.
We do have the panel, and we put the link up 30 minutes before the live stream.
Good, good. Biggest Chris, if they are so rich knowing more than anyone else, and who does their research? As Brooke says, do your own research. Yeah, you need to do that so that you're comfortable with what you're doing. By the way, love this channel, and the only one I still look forward to watching religiously.
Thank you, Chris.
And I think it's because of Thailand. You know, sure, we give a little financial opinions on what we do, but mainly it's about Thailand and how much we love it here.
And we've got two fantastic videos going to be released tomorrow and Friday.
Nice.
On the channel. You guys will love it.
Yeah. And we're doing a bike ride tomorrow.
Bike ride tomorrow.
Yeah.
Badminton today at 2:00.
Wow. There you go.
Yeah.
I know there was a bunch of guys last night looking to set up pickleball.
Yes.
That's supposed to be the next greatest.
Yeah. I'd like to try it.
Yeah. I'm not so, like, you know, sure, you're older, which I am. You want to be careful with the knees. I don't have knee problems. And I think part of it is because, you know, I don't do those pounding sports on the knee that some people still do. So no, pickleball is not for me, nor is basketball or ball hockey like it used to be.
Come play badminton with us. It's pretty slow.
Well, even that can be, you got to be careful. Yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently pickleball, Coop, the biggest injury is Achilles.
Oh, Achilles heel.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Like, hello, you wouldn't want that
No.
happening. Tommy the Tominator. Good morning, Cooper, Brooke, and Tubers. I think Tommy's back in New Jersey.
Yeah. Welcome, Tommy.
Yeah, come on over, Tommy. Vegas Chris, agree wholeheartedly with Brooke and the stock market right now and Tesla. It's keeping me up and well to the right. Yeah. Tesla is like keeping me afloat. Like it's the option premiums are great. Obviously there's premiums on strategy, but it's a lot less now because the lower the price of the share, the less premium you'll get, obviously.
Yeah.
The higher the price, the more premium you get. So
Oh, yeah. When Bitcoin starts running and MicroStrategy runs even further, you'll see the option market really open up on strategy then.
yeah. Now with the Tesla guys, I've got $500 strike prices. They expire this Friday. I'll be fine. But Tesla's going to run, Coop. So you got to be a little careful. I don't know about 5. I might go 550 as the next strike because I think like their robo taxis now are running. So in Austin, Texas, they've got, I think, close to 100 robo taxis with nobody in them.
Yeah.
And people are
like Waymo.
They're calling for like a Bolt, like here in Thailand, we call it Bolt, to pick them up. And the car shows up. There's nobody in the car.
That's equivalent to Uber in the West.
Shit. I'd be nervous initially you might be nervous getting in it. But then when the car starts off and takes you to your destination, you're thinking you're getting out of that. Shit, that was slick. You know what I mean?
But at Bangkok Airport, if you got to change terminals, you go to the basement, you get in that train that takes you between Terminal A and Terminal B, or Terminal 1, 2, whatever it's called now. There's no driver.
No, but
Are you
Pretty
scared
well
when you get
runs
in
on
that?
a one-way track there and back. You know, there's nobody crossing in front of you, jumping on the tracks. Yeah. No, I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, on to the next. Robert says, with crypto and stocks, the trend is your friend, and the trend with crypto right now is not good. I'm not touching it until the technical analysis says to. Yeah. So, yep. He looks at the technicals. Probably how he got into his silver. Saw that it was about to run. Terry, hello, Tommy, the Tominator. Biggest Chris, okay, I will shut up now. Again, just my opinion, which is worth exactly what it's worth.
Everybody's entitled to opinion.
Yeah.
Got no problem with that.
No,
I think Tesla's going to run. I think MicroStrategy is going to run harder. I still have that belief.
I know you do. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of pro things happening in crypto. Several crypto bills are passed in the US government. One left, the Clarity Act. And I believe with Mr. Wonderful, and because I watched Davos, I watched what all the billionaires are saying and the banksters are saying, and they want clarity before they jump in. The banks want to be able to buy and sell it. They want to be able to loan against it. And until the regulation comes in, they're not going to touch it. It's too crazy right now. It's like the wild, wild west.
Yeah.
I'm 100% agreement with you, Burke, that once that comes in, 3 to 6 months later, watch out.
Yep. Yeah.
We'll all be wishing it was in the 80s to buy more.
Now, listen, I've got Broadcom on my watch list. I've got Google on my watch list.
Yeah.
Whatever you mean by watch list, like you kind of have a price in your mind. Like if Google gets under 300, I'll probably pick up a few shares slowly.
Okay.
And if Broadcom, excuse me, got the sneezes coming, around 310, I would pick up some. So just to diversify a little bit. Like Tesla's, sure, it's going to be a winner, but there's other ones that'll, be there as well.
I see the trend of people moving away from platforms like Google and using other platforms like ChatGPT and Grok, using AI to do their searches rather than doing it manually on Google.
True, but Google has Grok, part of X, or Elon's baby. Gemini is Google's, the same, and those two. You're a little diversified, let's say. Not all your eggs in the one basket, but yeah,
I'd be a bit worried about that.
Well, look at Coop. I'm talking
times are changing.
Maybe like 1% of your portfolio just on a flyer, like it's play money. Yeah,
gotcha.
Tommy, the Tominator. Anyone still holding any of the leverage ETFs? Be very careful. DeFi has just closed a couple of funds. Yeah, Delphi maybe. Yeah, leverage means you're using margin, and you don't. I don't recommend that, guys. You really, if you do use margin, you really got to know what the hell you're doing.
Yeah,
because those guys that got wiped out in October, people lost their whole portfolio because Bitcoin, believe it or not, went to zero on the exchanges. It was a glitch.
Yeah,
but the computers don't give a shit. If this is the price, you have to come up with the equity. And if it went to zero, well, guess what? There ain't no equity. You know what I mean? So you're totally wiped out. So guys lost their whole portfolios. Bad. I mean, that's criminal in my opinion. But because there's no regulation, it's the Wild West. I mean, hey, it's legal. So yeah, but they were leveraged.
Yeah,
that's why you don't do it. So stay away from that, especially in crypto. Phil T says Bitcoin could remain trading sideways until such time as people start rotating out of the metals. Yeah,
that's what we're thinking.
It's got a point.
That's exactly what a lot of traders are thinking.
Yeah,
that there's going to be a rotation, and normally it's the power players, at the top, the JP Morgans and Chase, the BlackRocks, the Fidelities. When they start to rotate out that's when you want to be looking at doing the same. And what's his name? Robert Pierpont, you know, hit the hammer on the nail right on by saying, look at the market indicators. When the market indicators are flashing sell, get the hell out.
Yep.
Because they're
Technical analysis, it's called.
yeah, because a lot of people are thinking that this run in precious metals is going to be a bubble. It's going to hit a point where too many people have bought in, and it's overpriced based on its value. And that's when the big players say, sell, take their money.
Well, yeah. When put it this way, when your cab driver or your Bolt driver in Thailand says, hey, you should be buying some silver now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, silver is at its all-time high. Then it's time to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Tommy the Tominator says, Terry, hi from New York City. Okay,
He's in New
Tommy's
York.
back in the big city.
Yeah.
Coin Ram, heavy snow in Texas too. Jesus. It's all over.
Half
That's
the
probably
Midwest
North
got
Texas.
it.
Yeah.
Half the Midwest got it as well. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Wolf, hoping Bitcoin gets to 150 by year's end with an average 1,500 per week, so my Mystic can keep up with strategy when it goes up.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. I'd love to see it 150 by year's end.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Sailor Right with strategy that Bitcoin's going to have a 30% CAGR year over year.
That'd be nice. Compound annual growth rate.
Yes,
guys.
For CAGR. If it goes up 30% a year compounded, wow, that's awesome. I don't want it to go up to 300,000 and be a blow off top and crash down to 160. I don't want to see that. Yeah. I'd rather it goes up nice and steady, hits 150 this year, 225 next year, year after that, 300,000, and then 400,000, 550, and so forth. That's what I'd like to see with Bitcoin, because strategy would really run, and then Misty would have a good chance of capturing 80% of the upside.
Yep. Yeah. So
and those that like me that got in and still in and haven't sold a single share would start to be back in profit again.
Hanging on for dear life.
HODL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took my lumps and got out. Mike Doty and Little Mike, hello. Hope all is well in the land of smiles. It is still hard to get around from all this white stuff. Can't wait to be there. Yeah, you'll love it. There ain't no snow here.
Nope. And my swimming pool here at my pool villa, the water temperature is
ideal.
Ideal right now.
Yeah.
Because the weather's been warming up nicely, and it's gone from low 80s to high 80s. And the water in the pool is warmed up nicely. So we're going to have a pool swim meet over here at Cooper's Villa.
Nice.
Don't call it Coopersville. We'll call it Cooper's Villa.
One thing I wanted to just get off on a bit of a tangent.
Go.
Just for a second here. Is with these AI models, like we're talking Grok, Gemini, ChatGPT, Perplexity. There's several of them out there.
Yeah.
Now, personally, I'm using Grok only. I was Perplexity. I looked at Chat. I looked at Gemini. But I find with Grok, I tend to trust it more. But guys, you have to start using these, even for just general purpose questions in life. They're so valuable, and it's free. You can't believe it. Like, it don't cost them.
No charge.
So I use it, and I'll say, Grok, give me the current resistance levels for Tesla going out 60 days, up to 60 days, all the levels.
Yeah.
And it bing, 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 bing. It lists them fairly quickly, like usually within 10 seconds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's searched, I think currently, because I don't pay, it does 30 searches or sites it'll check, and then comes up with a summary. It's amazing the information you get from this, guys. So if you're currently not using it, do it and just play with it, experiment. You can ask any questions, you'll get answers. It is the future. You pretty soon you're going to be able to say, hey, I think Bitcoin's doing this. How do you recommend I invest to participate? And God, it'll have like I thought, okay, maybe copper is going to run. And it might, guys. This is an actual search I did like 2 days ago. What's the best way to invest to, get returns from a run up in copper? And 10 seconds later, it's got like 3 different ETFs you can invest in. Like valuable information like that is tremendous compared to like 10 years ago. We'd have to manually do it, read, research. It would take us hours and hours. Where now you can have the information in seconds. Now, I'm not a real techie. So to me, I'm probably at a basic level on this research, but I can even see now how tremendously beneficial it is, guys. My nephew, 41-year-old, a lot more tech savvy than me, he's having discussions about his overall portfolio with Grok.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's back and forth. Well, what's, how much are your holdings? Okay, well, here's what I recommend. Okay, you don't like that avenue? Fine. What do you like? You know what I mean? And my God, and he's got his whole portfolio set with these discussions with Grok, and he's doing well.
Yeah.
So the future, guys, is in these AI platforms. You see it in real life. So yeah, for you guys that are older like me and you're not maybe tech savvy, just play with it. Take a look at it. And for you guys that are younger, probably a lot of you are, maybe you're using it, maybe not, but definitely it's worthwhile. So,
and anyways, you know who we have to thank for all of this?
Elon.
No.
Who?
Gene Roddenberry.
Yep, true.
Gene Roddenberry, Star Trek.
Yep.
Think, guys, back in the 70s when Star Trek was out, they had a thing, and that was called computer. Computer. Lay in a course for star cluster alpha beta gamma 5. Boom. Computer did it. That's where we are today.
That was
we call it Grok.
I think.
Okay. We call it ChatGPT. We call it Gemini. We have different names for it. But back then, it was writing the future.
True.
50 years later, we're here now. You think back in Star Trek, they had the little communicators. Kirk would go to the planet and he'd radio back up to the ship, beam me up, Scotty.
Yep.
What happened?
The
Motorola, Nokia came out with flip phone.
Yeah.
Just like the communicator.
Dick Tracy used to talk into his watch.
We can do it too now.
Yes, we can.
Everything that they said back in the 70s is now reality. The doors on the Starship Enterprise would open automatically when they approached the doors. Boom, boom.
Yep.
Wow, that's future. Everywhere you go, the doors do that now. They have the sensors above the doors. You come up to the doors open. The flip phones, the communication to get information. AI, we're calling it. They called it computer.
Interesting times we live in.
Yeah, I'd say probably in the next 100 years, we're going to have spaceships out in outer space.
Oh shit! Well, less than 100.
It's
Elon will be on Mars within maybe 20, 30.
They need to make a alternative to fuel.
He'll figure it out.
So maybe they'll do it with fusion. Who knows? But it's coming.
Yeah.
And I think in the next 100 years they'll crack it. With AI getting smarter, I think it's a very good possibility.
Wormholes, that's the answer.
Yeah.
Mr. Nutt with his Texas humor. Jesus, there's a picture of him and he's not wearing blue. Robert, what the hell is going on with that picture?
No beard either.
No. Good morning, CBD and gang. I'm looking for an ETF that is tied to the IRS.
Okay.
If I can find that, I am sure to make money.
Oh, the IRS always gets their money, don't they?
They do. They do. Well, yeah, unless they get
running away from them.
They get rid of the IRS and, bingo. That won't be good for Robert. Ernie Jones. Good morning, CBD and gang. Great meet and greet last night. Yeah, a lot of fun.
A lot of fun, a lot of new people.
Ernie, I will say this as a side note. Ernie is one of the most interesting guys you'll ever meet. Man,
I like Ernie.
Well, he's got stories that geez, you're like spellbound. And he's good. Anyways, hats off to Ernie. Canada Goose on the Loose says people weren't scared October 10th. Longs got liquidated because of the glitch.
Yeah,
it was a glitch. But the people who were short that would have made life-changing wealth got knocked out also because of another glitch. Yeah, there was a glitch both ways.
Yeah.
Knocked everybody out. So that was bad.
And it was all because of a computer glitch. A programming glitch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you remember whether it was on purpose or not? Who knows?
Do you remember on which platform it was?
I don't use them, but I'm sure it was Binance and Wintermute and all those. Yeah. Biggest Chris, if Brooke is right, I will buy him a Starbucks coffee for a week.
Ooh.
Now that's daily. Is it Vegas, Chris? Okay.
Daily, you're gonna hold you to that.
I drink a lot of coffee, so there might have to be more than one a day.
Yeah.
You know, we'll see when he gets here.
Yeah. Now Brooke and I both 100% agree on it. So you have to buy 2 coffees.
Oh, here we go. Don't get greedy. Wahin, for me, the Senate is not ready to vote on the Clarity Act yet. I didn't think it was. It hasn't even made it through committee yet. All right.
It's in its committee stages.
I don't think it is. We'll see.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. If that gets passed, then it goes to the next stage and the next stage. And I think there's like 3 or 4 stages it has to go through before it finally arrives on the president's desk for his signature.
Yeah, but listen, I think the majority is agreed to bipartisanly, which is great.
Yes.
However, the banksters, the big lobbyists with all the money for the banks are terribly afraid of anything to do with being able to reward staking.
Stable coins.
Yeah. Yeah. With any type of interest, income, dividend, whatever. They don't want any of that. No. And they're holding it up. So, don't lose sight of the good for the perfect, they say. But, that's unfortunately the banksters are, trying to stop it. But I don't think eventually they can stop progress.
Yeah.
Because other countries they're realizing that and they're letting it go through. No, that's the future. You don't want to be left behind. So China's already allowing staking on their stable coins. So, yep.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's going to take a few months to iron out, is my guess.
And Truck Morton, hey everyone. Brooke may remember when I had the hospital insurance glitch and had to pay myself. Embarrassed to admit, then I had to sell Bitcoin to pay. Ooh, Annie, sell a kidney. Don't sell your Bitcoin. That was October 9th.
Oh, wow.
My doctor said, lucky for you. Okay, well.
Yeah, because Bitcoin was well up then. It was in the 120s.
Okay, good. That was before just a couple days before the glitch, I think. So you got out good, Annie. Robert Pierpont, current interest rates are 3.5% coupon.
I thought they were 3.75.
Well, he says 3.5. I'll probably go with that.
I don't know.
Oh, here we go.
I will do a fact check. We'll check both of us, make sure that we're giving out accurate information.
Not that you can borrow at 3.5 because they'll ding you for another 1 or 1.5 on top of that, maybe 2.
As of January 2026, the Federal Reserve has set the target range for the federal funds rate at 3.5 to 3.75%, following a series of cuts in late 2025. The effective federal rate recently hovered around 3.64, so it's in the middle between both of us.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Snowbird says hello from Alaska. He's becoming a regular from Alaska. Jesus, I don't know how he's going to like it here. It's going to be too hot compared to Alaska. It's going to be hot,
yeah.
But good news, ain't no snow. Just finished rubbing noses with my Eskimo lady, and she stopped in to chat and hit that like tab. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Brooke and I.
Bring her over for a trip. LV Abroad, there he is from Kentucky. How much gold does you have? Why can't they be like Robert?
USA.
Oh, does USA have? Okay. Apparently they got a whack of gold in Fort Knox.
Yeah.
But what I find odd, I think Trump was threatening to, before elected, he's going to audit Fort Knox.
Never happened.
Never happened.
No.
Like, hello. I'm sure he took a look or something, but why did they not release the results? That's, to me, a little odd.
Well, he also said he was going to audit Bitcoin to show how much they actually hold.
Well, that he did.
Did
Yeah.
they?
Yeah. They know how much Bitcoin they got. Yep.
Okay.
Mike Doty and Little Mike can't wait until Jerome is Gandhi.
Me too.
Yeah. So the leading personality who I like is Rick Reeder, and he was very well spoken, very well respected, which is what you want.
He works for BlackRock.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he is pro economy, like get business humming. So he's kind of like pro lower interest rates on average compared to some. I wouldn't definitely call Powell that. So he's an opposite to Powell. And yet the markets respect the guy because he knows he ran the bond funds for BlackRock. Well, they're probably biggest on the planet. So,
well, the one I like most is Pete Hegseth.
Well, he's a defense guy.
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
I think he would
He's not in the running.
I know, but I think he would be an excellent chair. I really do.
No,
he's not in the running.
Clue. Not even well respected.
But he's a Bitcoin maximalist. The Sailor would be excellent put in there.
Thank God we don't have you making the decisions on who gets the
Imagine
government.
if Michael Saylor was headed it. He'd sell all the gold and buy Bitcoin. Oh. He'd sell his kidney and buy more Bitcoin.
Robert Pierpont, I can honestly say I'm not for rate cuts because I sell puts and get interest on the collateral as well as the premium I collect. I will stop selling puts if I can't make 3 to 3.5% on the collateral. Yeah, well, that's what my nephew does. He sells puts. So, yeah. Well, now I think, listen, lower interest means better investments in business, in my opinion. So
you have more liquidity in the market.
Yeah. And with inflation under control, you know, and I think there is going to be an issue with jobs simply from AI eliminating. So you do want to have a strong economy. And that means typically a lower interest rate will help that.
Yeah.
You look at the long-term mortgage rates are too high, you know, so we'll see. But anyways, yeah, it's interesting. I understand where Robert's coming from. Like seniors, if they're living off of GIC money, lower interest rates are not good for them, but hopefully they're not doing that. Ricardo, Taiwan is part of China. Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Yeah.
It is not a separate country, nor is it part of the US, the EU, or NATO. We should stop meddling with other people and their politics. Yeah, I think with Taiwan, you know, kind of recognized, but it's like an unspoken.
It's like Hong Kong.
Yeah, like, okay, just, you know, let's see how things work out. I think what a lot of countries are deathly afraid of, well, you take TSMC, like they're the leader on the planet for chip design, production, state of the art. No one can touch them. Well, they don't necessarily want one country controlling that. And, you know, if China eventually, which probably will happen at some point, hopefully in our lifetime, maybe not, that would happen. So, you know, that's where the issue is.
I hope it doesn't happen. I hope there's peace on Earth.
Yeah. But they seem to be bent on it. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Captain Action, Cooper, great show. Brooke is so smart. A freeze warning has been issued. Save the strawberries.
Thank you, Henry.
No, I remember that in Florida. Well, Jesus, they were definitely afraid of frost. But if the strawberries were covered and they would put the sprinklers on, which normally they only did to water the plants.
Right.
But when it was freezing, they would put the sprinkler and it would coat the strawberry with ice. And it saved them.
Okay.
Which I could never figure out how the hell does that work, you know, but
well, you can buy frozen strawberries at the supermarket.
Maybe that's it, Coop. Maybe they picked them.
Yeah.
Islander, crazy temps in Florida. Geez, up on Vancouver Island, Canada. Rain showers and balmy 12 degrees centigrade on Friday. No snow yet this year. Fingers crossed. Canada's quite different. Like Southern Ontario, you get feet of snow, and there it is, 12 degrees out in Vancouver Island. So, and that's where my nephew's from and my niece, Vancouver Island.
Yeah, well, snow comes at temperature between 1 and 3 degrees Celsius.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If it's below 1, it won't snow. If it's above 3, it won't snow. It has to be in that magic.
And what about sleet?
Sleet is a mixture of rain and ice. Okay. And that's why it's called sleet.
Now, what temperature does that come at?
Sleet can come down like hailstones, where it's just a little bit warmer, and that can come between 4 to 7 degrees.
Check out the big brain on Cooper. Okay. Captain Action. Brooke is so smart. I have pickleball up for pinball. Yeah, pinball I like.
Pinball I like, yeah. Did you get finger cramp playing pinball?
I used to own a couple of those pinball machines back in the
I
day.
Loved them. I've always wanted to own one.
They were good.
I told Darlene I'd like to buy one and put one in the house over in the corner there. She said, we
yeah,
can do that, but not a pool table, because I really want a pool table.
The issue with the machines, you gotta, because they're always needing work, you gotta find somebody that's knowledgeable, and those guys are few and far between.
There's a manufacturer and wholesaler here in Thailand.
No shit. Did not know that.
James was looking at buying one. He sent me the link because he knows I'm interested.
Robert Pierpont, Brooke, so do you hold the calls you sell to expiration? Typically, yes. Do you ever get over 50% in under 50% of the time and then reposition the position? I do that occasionally, Robert. And the last one, I think I had $500 calls sold the calls on Tesla, maybe 3 weeks out. And about a week later, Tesla took a dump. So I bought back the 5s and sold 470s on the same expiration date. And it should work out this Friday, 3 days away. So, but typically, no, I'll hold them till expiration. And I don't want to lose the Tesla shares. So if it were to, and I think once it got close to the 500, it was like 490 during the day. Then I'd roll up and out for maybe a week to 520. You know what I mean? Just to add a little bit more cushion.
Yeah.
So, but typically, I don't have to do that. Ronald Reichert, I'm like Brooke, holding MicroStrategy and Misty until the feds change the reserve from gold to Bitcoin.
I would love that to happen, but I don't think it will.
I'm not so sure. Never say never. Might be a year away, 2 years away, but
I think it'd be longer than that. A lot longer, maybe 20 years away.
They have to get away from this
gold standard.
Well, they got to get away from the debt, and the way to is bring in a new reserve currency. We're going to value Bitcoin at $1 million a coin, and we happen to hold 1 million of them. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Well, you guys, your debt's okay then.
Yeah. So
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
You get your AAA rating back. Yeah.
Robert Pierpont, the U.S. just invested in USAR, a rare earth mining company. It popped hard on the info and came right back down. Look for it to go up in the next several months and years, much like Intel has. Okay. Yeah. Guys can play that. Obviously, they must have done a lot of research. Me, that ain't my cup of tea. And I've followed Intel for years. I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole,
No, there's so many better options right now. That's why.
Safer options. Yeah. Now the government came in, kind of bailed them out, in my opinion. So the stock went from, I think, 14 to 40. So, sure, maybe there was an investment. But it's funny. I can see, Coop, with Tesla, a 10 to 20x.
I can, in 10 years.
Well, less. I think 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Bitcoin, I can see maybe a 5 to 10. So to me, Tesla will be a better outperformer. It'll even outperform Bitcoin, but we're diversified.
Yeah.
You got both, you kind of okay. So, but yeah, anyways, that's just my opinion. Tommy the Tominator, Brooke, in regards to leverage ETFs, I'm talking about Misty, Ulti, and so on.
Yeah, I still got my Misty, my Ulti.
Yeah.
Ulti's doing well. Ulti's still doing well. It's trading at $37. It's good.
I had well, see, my biggest holding used to be Strategy, and then I flipped a lot of money into not from Strategy, but into Misty, and then into Ulti. And Jesus, I took my lumps and just said, nah, I'm too heavily concentrated in the one kind of Bitcoin play or stock play strategy. So then now I can't do that. So I switched it.
Yeah.
Yep. That's just me. White Line, for many years, platinum traded at a premium to gold. I would think it still does, but maybe I'm wrong. I haven't looked at it.
Platinum's down this year.
Is it?
It is down.
Wow.
Yeah, but gold, silver, and copper are up.
The only one I would, I wouldn't touch those because I think they're in bubble territory. However, they say copper is like they need copper for these data centers.
You need them for everything. And
yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently there's going to be a hell of a shortage in the next 5 years. So that's why I was looking, okay, how can I play copper? And it would have been through these ETFs. I think COPX was the one. But if you do the grok, as I said earlier, it'll come up with your options. And COPX actually had a lot of liquidity, meaning big trading volumes. So, your fills are easy to get. So
you'd be good for option trading.
Yeah, that would be something I would look at in lieu of gold or silver. But hey, that's just me. Phil T, thoughts with China restricting silver outflow, they could dump on the market and set the price and make a killing.
Thank you, Phil. Somebody that's done their research. They are sitting on a stockpile of silver. They've done it before. They will do it again. They did it with steel. They sat on a stockpile of silver. Steel, would not let the companies sell it abroad. Waited till the market was high and saturated it and made a killing. Wiped out several steel manufacturing companies. Big one in Wales, in England, went broke. They were begging the British government, bail us out, bail us out. We've been here for over 100 years. We have our pensions to think about. Tens of thousands of employees there. Government said, we can't bail you out. We don't have the money.
No. Pissed it away somewhere else.
And went under. And I think China is very well positioned to do it again.
No, they're not stupid.
They're not stupid, the Chinese.
And the problem, see, free trade, forget it. They don't do free trade.
Yeah.
They have the industries that they want to win, and they promote and they invest in. Like that BYD, guys, trust me, BYD don't make any money. They lose money. But the government's back on them. So they got all the money they need. So, they're flooding the world with these inexpensive electric vehicles made by BYD. But, watch out. They'll kill your car industry. See, Canada is now going to import these BYD vehicles. Well, that's kind of the writing on the wall for the end of the Canadian auto manufacturer, which were terrific paying jobs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Back in the day. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Interesting times.
Interesting indeed. But no, I don't put it past China to do it. They've done it several times in the past. They did it with steel. They did it in COVID. They went out and bought all the masks and then sold it back to all the countries at triple the price. Made a killing.
Yeah. Well, you take a look. They started accumulating. They saw the writing on the wall with rare earth minerals.
Yeah.
And they started years ago to accumulate stockpiles, buy the companies, find the countries with them, start mining it, start accumulating, take control. And they did. And they saw that way before the US did. Now, the US is kind of reacting, realizing, holy shit, we need rare earth metals for chips and drones and everything. Well, China owns 83% of the world's supply.
Correct.
Good luck. Little slow at the switch, but that's just the nature of the country.
When it hits a certain price, they're going to dump. They do. That's what they do.
I don't know with rare earth. I think they'll hang on.
Well, I'm talking silver and gold.
And that's
Because
part of the
they're sitting
reason.
on a stockpile of both.
Part of the reason I think Trump's going after Greenland. They got a whack of rare earth minerals.
Yeah.
It's like Venezuela's got a whack of oil. Captain Action, if they could teleport from the bridge down to the planet, why do they need the Jeffrey tubes or the turbo lifts? Well, the Jeffrey tubes and turbo lifts are internal to the spaceship,
But they do in the acts of war where they've been boarded, they just do a site-to-site transfer, teleport on the ship. That's happened several times.
Oh, you mean if the Romulans invade the ship?
Or Klingons.
Or the Klingons,
Yeah.
even worse. Yeah. Okay. Ronald Reichert, China is buying gold to overcome the U.S. Reserve, which holds a little over 8,000 tons. China currently has over 5,000 tons, 2,300 tons government reserve, 3,000 tons at the Shanghai Bank. Well, isn't that a, sight to behold, should you see that?
And they can dump on the market anytime they want.
I don't think they will. No, I think once they buy the gold, they're going to hang on to it.
That's what we said with the steel.
Well,
they
listen,
didn't.
If they want to play some games and they think gold's ridiculously priced, yeah, then I could see them slowly edging a bit onto the market. But what are they going to buy with it? They don't want to buy paper money. They'll probably buy Bitcoin if they're smart.
Yeah.
Mai says the key to getting good info from AI is in framing the prompt or question. He's absolutely correct. She often best to start with something like, Grok, please put on your stock market analyst hat and figure out how's the best way to invest in copper.
Yeah.
Price rise of copper. Yeah. It's all in framing the question you'll get. And then two, I would almost use more than one site. Sometimes I've done that. If I'm not sure about the answer, I think, Jesus, I don't know, is that true? Go to the second site and check and just compare the answers. If you get the same from two, you're probably safe. Mike Doty and Little Mite, Pete Hegseth. Yeah, he's the Minister of War.
The crypto czar, I like to call him.
Yeah. Elvie Abroad from Kentucky. Ask Grok what it takes for all the world to be nice to each other and prosper together. Well, that's why you come to Thailand. Then will it ever happen if 10 people does it give the same answer? I did it, said everyone has Bitcoin. Yeah, when everyone has Bitcoin,
the world will be at peace.
Yep. Because they'll own a piece of the action. Mike Doty, Cooper and Brooke, do you think Trump is correct when he says America is leading in AI? I have no idea. You know how us Americans tend to think we are number one at everything. It's hard to say. Like China caught everybody off guard when they released that Deep Think, I think it was, or Deep Mind. That was a bit of a wake-up call.
Yeah.
But I do think, to answer your question, Mike, I do think the U.S. is leading with AI.
Well, China did it for 10% of the cost that it cost the U.S.
Yep.
That's what got everybody to wake up. Wait a minute. We got what is it, like 250,000 people working for us, and they did it with 25,000 people. And that's what woke the market up.
I don't think either one is like head and shoulders above the other.
Yeah.
Like, let's just say they're probably fairly close. Maybe US is a little bit ahead. Okay, that's okay. But trust me, it ain't like that gap.
No.
Like China's not that far behind. I read something, this was quite a while ago. Like for every 5 engineers that the US graduates, China graduates 500. So with their population, and they do focus, that's the one thing China can do. They can say, hey, we want engineers, so get on it. You know what I mean? We want so they'll put the resources to it. And they're able to do it quickly, which is the difference. The U.S. tends to have to talk about it and have committee meetings.
Well, you think about it. In the U.S., what's the population in the U.S.? 300 million, thereabouts?
350.
Yeah. What's the population in China?
Probably 4 to 5 times that.
2 billion.
Okay.
Big difference in the workforce.
True. Yeah.
Very big difference.
Yep. So, no, I think it's close, let's say, Albie. or Robert. Robert goes on to say, Brooke, with his Pulp Fiction references, love it. Look at the big brain on Cooper. I think it was the big brain on Brad.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Biggest Chris, I am shocked. 75% through the show and only 50 likes. What the hell is going on over there? Come on, peoples, pound it. Where else are you getting this kind of alpha?
Yeah, if you're watching the live stream, guys, all we ask, give us a thumbs up.
And come to Thailand, man. Live the life.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you guys, most of you guys out there, you got way more money than you'll ever spend. You'll still die rich men, and you could be retired in Thailand, living the life. Why not?
Exactly.
So come for a visit, and you'll see for yourself. Mike Doty and Little Mike, every time Brooke says China, I hear Trump saying China.
I hate it when he says that. Drives me nuts.
He's good friends. Alfa Romeo, good morning from a beautiful, hot and sunny day here in Pattaya. Had a great night with all the like-minded souls at Fraser's. Correct. Always nice to meet new people, calling Thailand home away from home.
Yeah.
Alpha was there. We had a nice chat, long chat with Alpha and his lovely friend Pin.
He brought us a bottle of whiskey from Canada.
Yeah, I bought you that. That's okay. I'm not a whiskey drinker, but and you know, that's made, when I looked at it, that's made where he lives.
Near Niagara Falls.
Yeah, just down the road.
Yeah.
They're known for their wine country, and now they're getting known for their whiskey country.
So thank you, Alpha. Much appreciated.
Alpha. Yep. Yeah. Now, Alpha, just to finish, he loves it here. I think he should be retired. He does too, but I think and the good news is I think he's only 1.4 years away now from retirement. Okay.
He'll be saying that for the next 3 years.
He will. He will.
But thank you, Alpha. It is
here for another week or two, and then he'll be crying on the escalator up to leave.
Yeah.
Canada Goose on the Loose. Solar uses 0.63 ounces of silver per panel.
Okay.
China is the leading solar production. You are right. And usage by multiples against all other countries combined. They're hoarding silver for a reason. And the problem is, we should be using solar. That's the future, in my opinion. But the tariffs, even in Canada, are too high on panels, and they're ridiculous in the States to import these panels from China.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that's a mistake.
Not many people use solar in Thailand, though, because the government holds the electrical companies to a certain rate that they can't charge above that rate. And that's why they call it government rate here.
Yeah.
And when you're in a condo, in a one-bedroom condo, and you're paying $70 a month for electricity and $10 a month for water, so you're spending $80 a month on top of your rent for your electricity and your water, you're like, wow, back in the West, I'd be paying 5-10 times this amount.
Yeah. Well, 3 to 5 maybe. So it's ridiculously cheap here.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the Philippines is at least double, maybe triple.
Quadruple.
Yeah, that much.
Yes.
So, and I understand what Coop is saying, because when it's subsidized like that and it's so cheap, it's kind of a negative to look at solar. Why would you? It's so cheap here. How much are we going to save? 80 bucks? It's not worth it. But in reality, when they do have to reprice, and at some point they might have to, we'll see.
Yeah.
Then solar would be the key to have. So, yeah. Anyways.
Well, I mean, I filmed over 400 properties on the channel, Brooke.
Yeah.
The only places I saw with solar were houses that were $1 million plus houses.
Sure.
Because they probably had 20 air cons.
Yeah. No, you don't see it on a normal
6 to 10 bedroom houses. Yeah, they had solar on there.
And money to burn. So they
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
no, it is.
One bedroom condos? Nah. I think I've only seen one condo complex with solar, and that was in Bangkok.
And people are so used to inexpensive energy here that it's going to be tough when they do have to raise it.
Yeah.
There'll be a bit of squealing.
Well, government's kept it in check for 20 years now. So
so let's see. Hopefully it keeps going.
Yeah.
Alpha goes on to say, boys, I just obtained my licenses for another 5 years. Thanks to TikTok services. That's who we use to get our licenses.
That's who we use, and that's who I recommend. because I've used them. I've had experience with them, and they do exactly what they say.
Well, back in Canada, I think you're 2-year license, and then you got to pay again, and you know, 5 years kind of nice.
Well, your first license you get here in Thailand is 2 years.
2 years.
Then
correct.
when you renew it, you get 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ricardo says, thanks for another interesting and entertaining show. I always look forward to the next dispatch from the good people at CTA. Thanks. Thumbs up.
And thank you, Ricardo. Much appreciated.
All right. We're getting down here. Vegas
We
Chris.
are.
Thanks again, fellas, for your time. Always look forward to seeing you guys live.
And thank you, Vegas Chris. And thank you to everybody on the stream and everybody that's watching on the replay. Much appreciated.
Fun.
Please hit the thumbs up on the replay. It really does help support the channel.
Vegas goes on to say, hope everyone has a great rest of the week.
And thank you. Yeah. We hope
Midweek.
you have
Alfa
one
Romeo
too.
planning to be back to see all of you ting tongs in July and a longer stay next December, January. Well, good on you, Romeo. Did I mention I love this place?
Nah.
He's going to be a bit tear in his eye when he's got to go up that escalator to leave.
Yeah. Last 2 comments.
Robert Pierpont, each solar panel, as 6. Yeah, we know that. 7, and the new one's 7. All right, Robert. Brooke, how did your nephew get the DTV? What criteria did he have to meet? It wasn't that hard. One of the guys, Brownie, who some of you know, great guy. Brownie originally got it, and he got the idea from a buddy who he met at Dusset Grand Park 2.
Yeah.
And the guy says, yeah, and they were chit-chatting. Oh, you got how'd you do it? And anyways, he basically gave the forms to Brownie, said, here's what I sent in, filled out, worked fine. And he went to Vietnam. Well, Brownie did the exact same thing, kind of copied everything he had done, you know, with his information, obviously. Went to Vietnam, Hanoi, got the DTV.
Yeah.
So Ryan, I said, talk to Brownie. He's already done it.
Yeah.
And it's a lot easier, guys, when someone's blazed the trail, so to speak. So Brownie had done that. Hats off to Brownie. And sure enough, my nephew basically took the format, put his information into it, went to Hanoi, submitted it, got approved.
Yeah.
So it's obviously working when you have the layout, the format ready.
It's always good to know somebody that's blazed the trail.
Yeah. So he's good for now 5 years in his, Yep. And he's only 41, guys.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's what we got it, Robert. Phil T, thank you guys. Take care.
And thank everybody watching. We're wrapping the show up.
Tommy the Tominator, another great stream. Have a great day, everyone. You too, Tommy.
Yep. Take care, bud.
My says Coop, the crypto czar is David Sachs.
I know, but he didn't want the job.
The job cost him $1 million as he exited all his investments and earns 0 income now. Yeah, a lot of those guys don't even take a salary.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're well off. They don't need it.
Yeah. He didn't want the job, so my next favorite would be Pete.
David Sachs might already be a billionaire, so who cares? Rick Price, have a wonderful Wednesday show. Good show.
And thank you. And we'll see you all on Saturday.
Canada Goose on the Loose probably showed he has online income outside of Thailand. Yeah, he does. Well, he's a musician. And he does remotes.
Yeah.
Alfa Romeo, time to get my morning cappuccino and get my steps in on the boardwalk. Have a great day, everyone. You too, Alpha.
And thank everybody for coming on and joining us. Let's see what the market holds for the week ahead. Are we going to have a government shutdown on Friday?
Let's hope not.
Is the Fed going to bail out the Japanese yen? Is the Clarity Act going to get past the committee stages finally and get pumping and get some more interest in it? Is Coinbase going to go along with it? Brian Armstrong, because he was against it and pulled his support at the last minute saying, you cannot take the rewards. We don't want you taking the rewards away from our coins, stable coins. So a lot in play. And the end of this month on the 30th, a lot of call options expire on Bitcoin.
Yep.
So we could see a huge upside going into February.
Keep your powder dry, guys.
Yeah.
It might be a bit of a correction coming.
So a lot of people predicting February is the month that we get back above 100. Let's see, because the next live stream that we have on Market Watch Wednesday is going to be the first week of February.
Yep.
Yeah. So stay tuned and we'll let you know what happens. We'll stay tuned to the news as well. Roger Walker says, have a great day. And thank you to all that came on and watched. And I will see you on Saturday. Brooke and I will be back
you on
Monday.
Yep.
With more news about Thailand and what's happening. The elections are getting very close now.
Yes, they are.
And
Wow.
the manifestos are coming out. I will have a full update for you on Monday about that, so you can know which government or party is in favor of what things and how it affects us expats here in Thailand. That's going to be Monday's theme. Saturdays, I'm still working on it. So stay tuned, and we'll see you at the next live stream. Don't forget to watch the outro. Listen to that great music provided by Mr. B, and see some of the beautiful sights here in Thailand. Until
Stay
next
safe.
time, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. God bless you all. Stay tuned.
Stay safe.
Woke up in the land of smiles, sun shining bright. Elephants wandering through the morning light. Temples glow with gold, the air's alive. Thailand's magic got me feeling so high. From the markets buzzing, colors so bold, to the stories in the streets, ancient and old. Every corner's got a vibe, it's calling my name. Cooper's out here, and I'm loving the game. Cooper's Thaiadventure. Oh, what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Cooper's Thaiadventure. Can't get enough. Thailand's got my heart, it's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. Golden beaches, sand so soft and white. Crystal waves crashing under starlit nights. Snorkel in the cold, dance in the tide. Every moment's a wave, I just wanna ride. Pad thai sizzling, spice lights up my soul. Mango sticky rice, yeah, it makes me whole. Tom Yum's got that kick, flavor so divine. Thailand's food's a feast and it's blowing my mind. Cooper's Thaiadventure. Oh, what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Cooper's Thaiadventure. Can't get enough. Thailand's got my heart, it's still my heart. It's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. From Chiang Mai's mountains to Koh Samui's shore, every step's a story, I'm craving for more. Smiles all around, the people so kind. Thailand's a treasure that's one of a kind. Floating markets, lanterns in the sky. Festivals that spark like the stars up high. Jungles whisper secrets, rivers carve the land. Cooper's holding Thailand in the palm of my hand. Elephants roam in the sunset's blaze. Every day's a wonder lost in a daze. From spicy street eats to the ocean's embrace. Thailand's a paradise I'll never erase. Cooper's Thaiadventure.